wages are going up, people are working, there's money flowing around, but a lot of photographers are still treating like it's 2010 when everybody was super tight with their money.
That's what they say.
Hello. To the bank we go. Guess I want to say the state of the industry. So I think the current state of the photography industry is different than it was even 6 months ago. It has changed in two ways. First of all, I think there's been major consolidation in the market, and a lot of people have a lot less competition than they think. There's still a bunch of competition out there in photography, but it's not like it was a couple years ago, because I think a lot of people have gone back to work. And that's the second part that I think has changed about the industry that I wish people would notice, is unemployment now is below 5%. I think it was like 4.6 this morning or 4.9 when I was watching business news, and they're still treating their business like unemployment's like at 9%, and most people are back at work, and the government's actually saying we're at full employment now. So wages are going up, people are working, there's money flowing around, but a lot of photographers are still treating like it's 2010 when everybody was super tight with their money, and that's just not the case anymore. Stop for this guy real quick. So yeah, I just think if photographers just made that shift and realized that there's less competition, so there's more customers to go around, and all the customers actually have money, like way more money than they had a few years ago, I think they would treat their business completely different. I think they would be much more aggressive with their marketing. I think they would expect higher sales of themselves, but I think they're the ones getting in the way, because I think for most photographers, they're making the same amount of money they were making in 2010, but the environment around them for almost every market in the United States is completely different. It's much more fluid. There's a lot more money out there. So I wish they'd realize that for sure. What we started doing recently, not just even recently, just more and more every year, is we're doing a lot more paid advertising. So we run a lot of Facebook ads, we run a lot of Google search engine ads, and we're putting money into that. Maybe it's only $100 a month or $200 a month, but we're getting that money back and way more. So right now I think our Google budget is $5 a day, so that's about $150 a month, and so therefore our ad is ranked number one on all the search terms that we want, and so we get way more phone calls than our competition. I may not have done that in 2007 when 2008 when money was really tight and it didn't matter how much you spent, people weren't spending money, but it's just not the thing now. I mean, people are spending money, so we're aggressively going after them with paid traffic, and then setting up our website so that paid traffic ends up on our website and converts. What's really interesting about Google ads versus Facebook ads is that Facebook ads have become really popular, and so in the last maybe 3 months they've become pretty expensive because there's a lot of money flowing into it, even by big companies. So for example, where I used to be able to run a wedding ad for pennies on Facebook ads, now because David's Bridal and big companies are now running wedding ads as well, it's much more expensive. But what they're doing is they're allocating their money away from Google into Facebook. So actually in the last year, Google AdWords has gotten super cheap, to the point that I'm paying sub $1 per click off of Google now, which 2 years ago it was $3 and $4 a click. So people have moved their money in, and the best return on investment is still Facebook for sure, because everybody's there. But I think if you can hit multiple platforms, you'll be better off. So we're trying to strike that balance between Facebook and Google AdWords. Our Facebook on any given month is much higher than our Google AdWords, but it just depends. And right now we're shifting more money to Google AdWords because that seems to be working for us. Marketing and sales is all about reducing friction with your customers. So you got to figure out how to kind of slick the platform so they don't feel any resistance when trying to book with you. Hold on, let me deposit these checks. You think they listen to us? I think that's the funnest part of their job is to listen to people in the drive-thru.
I'll have the side out for you.
Thank you. So the chat thing that we're added our website, I'll show you guys when we get back, but marketing and sales is all about reducing the friction between somebody purchasing from you and not purchasing from you. And so anytime they get confused or they have a question and they bounce off our website, we may never get them again. Well, we're going to through Facebook retargeting, but we may lose them forever. So sometimes we only have one opportunity because they're kind of shopping around, and they may bounce off of our site and go to, I don't know, Bass Pro Shop or Amazon and spend all their money they would have allocated to us at one of those places. So we've added this chat box so that they can ask questions right then and there on our website, and it's sweet because we can answer questions if there's any confusion. It's also helping us guide us through what we need to change on our website, and it's only $11.40 a month, or $11.20 a month, or something like that. So it's super cheap, and it's really easy to use. When you're not there, you just hit that you're not there, and it just turns into a leave a message box versus chat with us box. But I mean, just little things like that we can do that our competition isn't doing is going to book sessions. If we book one session fee a year because of that chat box, it pays for itself. That doesn't include the session or anything. So I think it's a no-brainer as long as people are using it. So we'll test it over the next couple months and make sure people are using it. But I don't see why they wouldn't. I don't see why it's not going to be a no-brainer. I think they're listening to us in there.
All right, there you go. Have a nice weekend.
Thank you.